Got totally inspired to make this video. My son is here. He is playing. Stop him. But I got inspired by this conversation that I was having with somebody. So I've actually had this conversation, and I do a voice recorded message that I send to all new clients, and I talk to them about my experience and about how I know what it feels like to be in hyper focus and to, eat bad and all that other stuff. And I have some pet peeves. Lateness is by far one of my biggest ones. And then another one, and I always explain to people, no matter what, you always want to be honest with me, and you could never disappoint me. You should never be embarrassed, because I get it. You're not only getting a trainer that has experience and a lot of years of experience with a lot of different things, you're getting somebody that is that has the experience with being there, with being in hyper focus, with driving somewhere to go get bad food and not thinking about anything else and almost getting into car accidents. Like, I get that stuff. And then I also tell people that I could never be disappointed in you. You can make a million mistakes, but as long as you learn from them, you're honest with me, you communicate with me, and then we come up with, what did you learn from it? What are going to be your new coping skills to try to not have it happen again? And then if it happens again, so be it. And then I say, you could never disappoint me. The only true time I could ever say that I was disappointed is when someone quits. So I was having this conversation with somebody that I know, and they had made mention that they had experienced, that they feel the exact same way that I do, that, being dishonest, that these, like, let's just use my top two. And this particular person said another third one was bullying, which I truly believe, and because I was bullied when I was in 5th grade, that I totally agree. So I guess lateness, bullying, dishonesty, and quitting are up there. So, and this is what I think would be a helpful tool for anybody out there that has ever thought about quitting on something that has to do with you, a goal that you set for yourself and then you gave up on it. Or, I did a video talking about, would you allow your kid, like if my son said to me when he was in high school, Ma, I don't want to finish school, I just want to quit, it's just too hard. Would you allow them to quit? No, I would never allow him to quit. So why is it okay for you to quit on something that's health-wise?
Because I might not learn.
Because you're not going to learn if you quit, right, Koa? And then you're going to have 4 jobs, you're going to have to work really hard, you're going to have to...
not hang out with my children when I grow up.
Yes, the quality of life. So... and this reminded me of Tony Robbins, and I talk about him so much. He is a motivational speaker. He likes to teach, he teaches people about improving the quality of life and setting something in your mind. I'm gonna quit smoking, and then you just quit it. Like, there's not, I'm trying to quit smoking. It's like you just do it. And I even posted a picture on my Facebook about saying that I will get bigger legs, not saying I want them. People will make comments, oh my God, I want to have your butt. You could have it too. If you really stop using the word I want and start saying I will have, and you do the things that I have to do to get the butt that I have. But this person just literally brought up almost the exact same thing that Tony Robbins talks about. Stop. And Tony Robbins talks about linking pain and pleasure. This particular person, when he or she was a young child, they were playing sports and they gave up in the middle of a game. And this person, to this day, has never given up on anything else. When he or she set their mind, whatever, so she, when she sets her mind to something, she will never, ever, ever stop. If she says she's going to do it, I mean, just like me, I say I'm a woman of my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So, and she says every time she thinks about quitting, she thinks about that day on the field. And what comes with that day is she thinks about the looks that she got, the feeling she had after she quit. She thinks about the emotions still to this day. She wished she would have just did the thing that she was supposed to do in the game. She gets nauseous to the thought of she did to her teammates, what she did to her coach, and it wasn't just about the outside. Like when you quit, it's not about disappointing your husband or your wife or your kids. It's first and foremost about you. But that's the pain that was linked with her experience, and she'll never forget that. And that's the reason why she doesn't give up on something that she sets her mind to. So with Tony Robbins, I highly recommend you read Awaken the Giant Within, or listen to it for that matter. I just feel like it gets in there a lot better when it's listened to. But try to link some kind of pain and pleasure. With me, I say I don't eat bad food. And the main thing is I want to be able to perform for my clients. I want to be able to demonstrate the most elite movement to my most elite athletes and not look like I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't want to be too tight or injured to not be able to do the move. I don't want to be in pain and him asks me to play a game and I say I got a stomach ache, or I see an IV in my arm, or I feel in the back of my mind, if I didn't do that bad food, and I'm saying, if I will never do bad food and eat bad, because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking that food might have held me back to the goals that I have in my mind. I have an inspiration. I have a female bodybuilder, figure competitor that I look up to that has the baddest legs I've ever seen, that I so badly will have. And I'll do everything in my power to get there. And realistically, with my genetics and my ethnicity and all that other stuff, as to how close that I can get to that, being realistic, I will have that. Not want it, I will have it. And I don't want to wonder in the back of my mind, just like reps. If I say I'm going to do 20, if I say I'm going to do 15, I'm not going to stop at 14. Because what if that 15th rep was really where I would maximize on the exercise? And I'll always wonder. So when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. Like if you're thinking, oh my God, I so badly want to get this job, and then you give up and you maybe go home early one day because you're just too tired. How do you know that day that you went home early, maybe you would have come up with an idea that would have gotten that promotion? It's all about the way that you do things, and it's all about linking the right kind of pain and pleasure, when you're getting focused to your goal. So I hope that little experience and conversation that I had with that friend of mine makes you realize something. And maybe you can think back to a time that maybe that happened, and maybe you can start using that in a positive way, not in a negative. It's not bringing up or rehashing old memories to bring up the past. It's about using it for positive energy towards the future. So I hope you like this video, and I love you, and peace.
Would I be noisy?